Recording.
Awesome.
Okay, everybody, well, good evening. Welcome to the Thursday night Team Fit Revolution call. We've got a pretty good one tonight, I think. Mr. Ted Duncan sent some amazing number calculations. I think it's going to get you guys pretty excited and then get your teams pretty excited. But before we get into that, we want to do a little bit of a recognition. And just so you guys know, too, I'm going to be putting up a recognition page. And this is where you guys can submit, like with one of your coaches, however many of your coaches rank advanced, did something extraordinary, they hit Success Club, whatever it is. Well, I'm going to put up a recognition page where you can input some information, their name and everything, who you are, and then that'll come into us. And then every Thursday we'll do a recognition for anybody that's been entered into that. So it's hard for us to go down through 33,000 and find, did what. So we're gonna have to rely on you guys to do that for your teams and your people. So be looking for that. Meantime, though, but we're gonna do a little recognition for our Go Emerald. I'm gonna turn that to Chad. So take Chad, a little recognition there.
All right, thanks, Blake. And if everyone could just mute yourselves. Somebody has a lot of background noise. I'm not sure who it is. But this Go Emerald group that we have going right now has just been amazing. The group that has stuck with it, they really are doing a great job of supporting each other and setting up a foundation for their business. And not all of them are new coaches. In fact, the first name I'm going to mention is a personally sponsored coach of mine who's been a coach for a while, and she just joined this group, and she has been absolutely on fire. So I'm going to list some names. These are just the people that I just kind of looked at who's been commenting and participating this week. So if I forget some, I'm sorry. And if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. But I'm just going to recognize some people that have been absolutely killing it in this group, in supporting each other and just treating their business like a business. And the first one is Natalie Morton. That's who I was talking about. She's been a coach. She's been with me for a while, and she just kind of recommitted herself to her business. And it's just awesome to see her kind of catch fire like that. Amy Capra, Kalita Kubasek, Carly Turo, Laura Schimmels, Joe Smith, Angie Atkinson, Ernie Lundway, Eric Von Nomblock, Charlotte Eberhard Lundwall, Michael Lewis, Amy Ostrowski, and Elizabeth Coletti. And again, I'm sorry if I missed some people that have been doing great, because there's been a lot of them. Like I said, I just went through the last few days of posts, and it's kind of like a challenge group for your business. And this group has been amazing. So the ones that stuck with it, they're going to see the rewards of sticking with it. If you're on the call tonight and you were part of this group and somehow you fell behind or whatever, life happened, you can restart it, and it's definitely worth your time. It's worth the time investment. And then a few other people I want to mention, because I know them personally, and they moved on to the Rising Stars group, and they've been doing great, are Christine Mitchell, Lindsay Swenson, and Linda Woodruff. So guys, we have an awesome training track set up now. There really are no excuses. If you commit to this, if you're consistent every day and you put the time and effort into it, you're going to build that foundation to really make this something special. And I mean, we've seen it happen. So many people on this call tonight have done it. So if you haven't done that yet, maybe you've been a coach and you kind of missed that for whatever reason, I encourage you to plug back in. And even if that means starting from the beginning, which really isn't the beginning, but I would do that, because you can earn while you learn too. So that group's been great. Keep it going, and then watch for the announcement when we start our next Go Emerald. So 28 days to build a foundation for a lifetime. That's not much of an investment when you think about it, but it's well worth it. And that's all I got, Blake.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. And it does take some effort for everybody, and a lot of people drop out. You probably lose half, but we let them know up front that this is they're building 28 days. You create that habit, and it's getting them to even though they're getting started, they're creating that habit. Once they're done with that training, they're going to have that time now that they can use to build their business even more. Because there's about half hour to 45 minutes a day, 6 days a week investment, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so with that, I'm going to turn it over to somebody else here who's an awesome coach with us, our team. You've been a great help, and he spent some time. I'm going to let him explain it, not take the thunder, but he's took some time to do some calculations based on some things that are changing with Success Club and the customers and our leads and stuff. It's pretty exciting. And you guys will really want to get this information to your team because it'll get them fired up. And then he's also going to do a little quick recognition to a coach of mine. But with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Ted Duncan, and I'll let you take it away, Ted.
Cool. Thank you, Blake. So I'm going to do the recognition first just because I know he has to get going. But Travis Wells, I know you're there. I see you. Say hello to everybody. Unmute yourself for a second. I just want to say hi. So Travis has a mute button in his lower left-hand corner. He doesn't know how to use it. But
okay,
there you go. So Travis, you know, here's the thing. I've been a coach for a couple of years now. I've been working the business since like January 2013. I started working the business. And I never really saw you on my radar until this last week. And the reason I noticed you is because you sponsored 3 coaches into my leg in the last 7 days. So I want to, first of all, congratulate you for pushing to that 1-star qualifying position, 1-star diamond qualifying, and ask you real quick, what is your goal for sponsoring new coaches into your business side?
Well, first off, I want to take Blake's check. You know about that check, right, Blake? No, but on a serious note, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I was actually in a traditional business I've been in traditional business for 19 years. So basically I made a decision, this past, probably about 5 or 6 months ago, made a decision that, I was going to focus on building a passive income versus the traditional business. Kind of echoing there a little bit. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, what I was saying is that I wanted to make a little bit of a transition, not a little bit, but a lot of a transition into the network marketing world. I've been saying this for a long time, and I think I just needed to make a decision. So actually, I have to give Blake some credit as well, because, he kind of fired me up a little bit, maybe 4 weeks or 5 weeks ago, Blake, you remember that? And, you sent me a video actually, and it was of a number, his name is Holton Bugs. And he sent me this video, and I'd already seen the video, but he sent me it, and he goes, you should be able to do this. And, that kind of, obviously motivation comes from within, but it inspired me. So, that right there is pretty much got me taking action, because I felt like if he was able to do that, at that speed, because like Eric Worre says, success like speed. So if you're not able to create momentum in your business, in any business, especially in what we do, you're going to find yourself going around in a revolving circle. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I've always been really good at recruiting, but I just didn't, I think like most people, they probably can't find the time to retain. And that was the biggest thing for me, is just basically setting everything else aside and finding the time to make this work and get to that passive income, and not having to press reset in a traditional business. I think that's the thing that's changed for me, is that having to press reset every quarter, every year. So just keep it simple. And I think if you just keep it simple, that'll be the difference, and make the decision. And once you make the decision, it's pretty much people are going to know that you're serious about it. Because I have the same people that joined me 4 years ago. It's funny, they're now joining me. So it's kind of interesting that, when people know that you're serious about what you do, they take you serious.
Awesome. Cool. Hey, so do you remember back to, like right now, say, how many customer leads are you getting from Beachbody in any given month?
I mean, I've actually received a total of 400 and
No, just this month though. This is part of tonight's training that we're leading into.
So this month, well, it's only the 8th, so I've already received 2 or 3.
So in a month though, maybe like 5 right now, do you think?
Last month was 7.
7, okay, cool. So you're actually higher than the average. I got 5 last month. So do you remember back, say, let's say spring of 2013, do you remember getting your free customers back then? How many you got?
Gosh, I can't remember the number, but I mean, it was still in the 5 range.
Really? Okay, interesting.
3 and 5 on average.
So I'm going to share some really interesting numbers. This is where the training's going. So, hey, thank you very much, Travis. Awesome to meet you. Thanks for sharing and saying hello. So this is the interesting thing, and I think maybe Carla remembers this. Let me know. 2013 January is when I started to work the business, and I was an Emerald coach with my wife on one leg and a friend on the other leg, like discount buyer. But I hit Success Club, and I was Emerald, and I had the paid club membership, and so I was eligible for the free leads program. And I was getting anywhere from 15 to 20 free leads a month, and it was awesome. And I tried to connect with them, and I did scripts with them. I'd email them, I'd message them, I'd call them, I'd text them, I'd do everything I could to connect with them, and I had some really, really good results with it. That was really the key for me to building very quickly. I sponsored some coaches out of those group of free customer leads. But if you look forward to today, in March, I only got 5 leads. And the reason is, in 2013, we were just hitting about 80,000, 90,000 coaches. Now we have, at the end of the year, at the end of 2014, we have 275,000 coaches. When I first became 1-star diamond, there were less than 1,000 star diamonds. Now there are 8,250 star diamonds and above. So Beachbody has grown, but not just that, but all the coaches have grown and gotten better. The Emeralds have grown to be 64,900. So they are a huge group, and they are all getting free leads right now. Everybody's getting free leads pretty much across the board that's Emerald or above. The estimated number of leads that came in the month of March, 426,000 customer leads. So what's that mean? That means that everybody got somewhere around 4 to 5 free customer leads in the month of March, as long as you were Emerald or above. Now, if you were Success Club 5 or Success Club 10, you're getting Shakeology customers, and you were splitting an estimated 11,348 Shakeology customers that came in. So those are actually awesome leads to get, awesome customers to get. You get paid on them as well. So the total Success Club 5 and Success Club 10 coaches, Emerald and above, last month, for the month of March, was 9,457. So next month, and I know you guys, I'm going to sound like a broken record because we talked about this last week. Starting May 1st, those free leads aren't going to just every Emerald coach anymore. You have to have Success Club 5 or Success Club 10 to get the free lead. So what does that mean? That same 426,000 free customers, instead of being divided amongst, nearly 85,000 coaches, is now going to be divided between 12,465 coaches. So literally, if you make Success Club 5 and Success Club 10 this month, next month your free leads are going to be in the dozens. So I'm expecting it to be somewhere between 30 to 45 leads for all the coaches that are eligible. Now, to quantify this and to give you a little disclaimer, things I cannot count on in my calculations are, Emerald coaches that didn't really care about the customer leads because there were only a few a month may want to care more about it. Some Emerald coaches don't, they're not members of the paid club, but with streaming, that's going to go way up. And with the new leads qualification program, their upline hopefully will be telling them anyway that they need to get on that program. So you need to be able to qualify for the free leads. But even Success Club, Shakeology customers for the Success Club 10 coaches, you know, instead of getting 1 or 2 a month now, they're going to be getting like 4 or 5 of them. So it's really, really a huge benefit. And so one of the things that a lot of the coaches struggle with, I think, especially when they're new, is, you know, making sure to reach out and make that initial contact pretty much right away. As soon as you get that free customer, you need to contact them. You need to have scripts ready. I have a message that I use that I email them, and I also message them through the Wowie Gym, the Super Gym, for those of you that don't know what the Wowie is. And then I have a phone script that I use and a text script that I use. So there's a couple different things I do. We used to have a little group that we ran back in 2013, and the lead lady was kind of in there helping us along and kind of seeing what we did, and we had some really good success rates with the free leads. So we're going to try to do something else like that. So you guys feel free to ask us questions. We're going to start a little group with some trainings in it that basically when you make Success Club, you contact one of the admin, one of the leadership coaches, and you can come into this group and you can do things like role play. I know Carla likes to role play. So actually, Carla and I are going to role play a little bit later, but I want to talk to let Angie talk. So I'm actually going to turn it back to Blake, and she's going to talk about what she does with her free customer.
Blake, you're muted.
Well, Angie, what do you do with your free customer leads?
Right. I'll turn it over to Ted to turn it over to you.
Oh, okay. Well, Blake and I, we're partners in crime. So we are founding coaches. So we've, over the years, have accumulated quite a few customers. But it wasn't until recently that we decided to jump on board with the automatic CEO, because I'm not a technical person. You know, I'm just kind of scrambling, trying to put something together to, you know, to stay in contact with customers or reach out to them. But I have fallen in love with the automatic CEO program. And if you don't know about it, Google it. If you're a new coach or an existing coach, it's definitely worth looking into, because what I have found, and there is a learning curve, and it took me a while to kind of work through it, but they have great support that helped me get things up and running. And then when I couldn't figure stuff out, they really helped me figure out where everything was, which was very helpful for me because I'm a repetitive learner. And so what I found with this system is we were able to take our existing customer base that we have, which is quite large, that I was struggling with how can I reconnect with some of these older coaches. And, you know, I called compliance and
Customers.
What's that?
You said coaches.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so focused on coaches. I'm sorry. So we have all these customers that, you know, I really wanted to reconnect with. And so I checked in with compliance, made sure that, you know, if we pull these non-restricted, you know, the customers that said, yes, I want to be contacted, they were all clear to be contacted. So I took that database, moved it over into Automatic CEO, and they, you know, Doug Fitzgerald did an awesome job with this program. And I was able to, you know, get this system set up with our customers, you know, and get some emails sent out, and then take our new customers that are coming in and plug them in. So let's say, you know, we're getting Shakeology customers every week. Not every week, but within a month, we're getting, you know, a couple, probably 2 or 3 good Shakeology leads. So when I get that new customer, I take them out of Beachbody, I put them into Automatic CEO, and now they're going to get a nice, warm little email from us that says, hey, you know, this is Blake and Angie, and, you know, thanks for buying Shakeology. You know, there's just a great little email in there saying, you know, congratulations on it. And then then they'll get another email in 3 days. hey, how are you liking your Shakeology? And then, then it kind of goes down into like 7 different emails that they get over a period of time, kind of within that 30-day window. What's happening is, and I'm not saying everybody's responding, but I had a few people get back to me, which I wasn't getting before. So now because of this little dripping system from Automatic CEO, I'm getting a little bit better return response from my customers. And it's such a simple system. Once you learn it, there's definitely, like I said, a learning curve. But it's been great in the sense that I can plug this new customer in, whether they're a Shakeology customer, they bought a fitness program, a challenge pack, or they signed up for the free membership or a club membership. There's emails for all those different things, and I can just pop that customer in, put them into that email system, and they will get kind of pleasantly dripped on for a certain amount of time. And within that email, they've got access to a phone number for us, a Facebook page. So anyway, so that's what we're doing with our customers right now, and I'm excited to get this next big wave of customers because just with the couple that have been coming in a month, and I've really only been actively using Automatic CEO for 2 months because, like I said, there was a learning curve. I love it. And being able to connect with customers and have them say thank you for reaching out to me has been a great thing, because before when you send emails to people and you don't hear anything back, it's a little frustrating. So definitely want to let people know that the Automatic CEO is a good program. It does cost, I think the base cost is like $29.95 a month, but once you start getting customers, it's a good investment and it's a tax write-off.
Hey, Angie, can I add something to that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm still new to that whole program, so.
Well, I think just as valuable as the email system is the landing pages that Automatic CEO has. They have tremendous landing pages with the videos embedded, and they have a form there where people enter their email and they'll automatically be added to those autoresponders. I don't have a great way to track how many people have ordered from me from there, but I know it's pretty high from people that have checked out the landing pages, put their email in, and then ended up buying a challenge pack. So that's just as valuable too, I think, as the email is the landing pages, especially if you don't have your own website, and I imagine that most people do not. That is one way to kind of instantly have access to somewhere to send someone who's interested in a specific product, or the Beachbody Challenge, or now Beachbody On Demand. The one they set up for that is tremendous too.
Yeah, we've had a couple of customers reach out to us about the 21-day fix, and I just take that customer, pop them in to the landing page for the 21-day fix. It's been awesome. So thanks for, like I said, there's so much there. It's such a robust system, and I've only just started to play with it. So I'm excited to learn more about it, and I'll have to call you, Chad, and pick your brain.
Well, and another thing, I kind of figured this out the hard way, but you can also take I know some people do have their own websites here. You can actually embed those landing pages in your own website. It's a little more complicated. We won't get into it tonight, but if anyone's interested in how to do that, you can message me and I can kind of walk you through it.
What's a landing page, Chad?
A landing page is a single page. It's basically like a one-page website that has all the information on the product, but the key to it is people enter their email and their contact information. So I don't know what the percentages are, but it's probably pretty large of people that check something out one time and then they kind of forget about it. Well, here you have their contact info, so they'll not only have the automatic emails that will be sent to them, and they're, like Angie said, they're very well done, but you also have sometimes their phone number. It depends how you set it up, if they enter their phone number or not. If anyone wants to check one out, just off the top of my head, my one that I've set up, and this is the landing page, not the one that's embedded on my website, but for P90X3 is P90X3info.zillafitness.com. And that's just an example. P90X3info.zillafitness.com. And that's a landing page. And anytime a new program comes out, they make a new landing page for it. Again, like Angie said, it's an investment, but I found, you sell one challenge pack, it pays for that investment.
maybe type that into the chat there too.
Yeah, and the cool thing with that chat is he has the new monthly specials, which is kind of great. So if you've got an existing customer base, you can shoot out a one-time email to your customers saying, hey, we have a special on these challenge packs. So he's got it set up so that he's very current with whatever Beachbody's promotions are, or when the new programs are coming out, and it's a really, like I said, a great robust system.
Yeah, and that email literally takes 10 seconds to send out. You just go in, click who you want to send it to, what group, and hit send, and it's off. And I think it's very valuable. I've been using it for I don't know how long, close to a year probably.
Awesome. Okay. If anybody has any questions about that, they can you can type them in the chat, or maybe just do this. Right, there's something they can do, Ted, right? They can actually raise your hand. There's a little thing there to raise your hand in there if you want, if you have any questions about what we covered. Were you guys Ted, were you and Carla going to do anything?
Yeah, we were going to role play, but everybody's being mean to us.
Well, because they all have dirty minds and want to know what kind of role play you're going to do.
In gallery view, the person who's right under Chad, the lady who's right under Chad, I love your smile. You smiled the whole time. Yep, that's you. I can see you looking.
Carly.
Yep, you. It's a great smile. I love it. Okay, we could do it next time. We are running a little long this time, but the reason I wanted to do the role play is because I use Automatic CEO too, and I think it's amazing. The first email I send out to all of my customers says, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm actually reaching you. Please send me an email back and let me know if you've received it. All it says, well, no, the first line is, I'm your free Team Beachbody coach. Please put free in there when you message them, because I've gotten messages back from my customers that said, how much does it cost to ask you a question? So they think every question they send me, I'm going to charge them. So if you put, I'm your free Team Beachbody coach, I'm just trying to make sure that my messages are reaching you, please email me back. Then once they've emailed me back, the first thing I do is say, I'm so glad you emailed me back. What time do you have for us to get a goal setting call together? The second thing I do is I want to talk to them on the phone. And I have a list of questions that I ask them, and during the question time, I actually am forming them the whole time. So I was going to role play a little bit with Ted about that, but I think we're running a little bit long, and I don't want the call to be too terribly long. So maybe we'll do that next time.
I think you should just do one quick right now, Carla. Give me a call.
Okay. How'd you do that? Hello, Ted?
Hello?
Hi, it's Carla, your Team Beachbody coach.
Team who?
Team Beachbody. We set up a call for 6 o'clock. Is it still good for you?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay. How you doing?
Great.
Good. All right, well, I know you joined as this free team member and that you were looking for a new workout program. So I just have a set of questions to ask you. It's not going to take any more than 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't cost me anything, I don't have to buy anything. I'm good with it.
No. Well, it doesn't cost you anything right now. If you want to pick up a program, obviously that's going to cost you something.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay, so I wanted to know what your specific goals are. You said you were trying to lose some weight. How much weight are you trying to lose?
Geez, I got like an extra 30 pounds, you know. I just want to be like I was in college.
Like you were, what'd you do in college?
Well, I cycled a lot, and, you know, I had a lot more time back then, so I'd go out after class and ride my bike 25 miles every day.
Do you still cycle?
No, don't really have the time for it.
Okay, so that's an issue. So how much time do you have to work out?
Gee, I mean, I try to make it to the gym at least twice a week, and I'm there probably for like an hour. I do like the treadmill and, you know.
You do it before or after work?
What's that?
Is it before or after work?
I do it after work.
After work. Oh, what do you do?
So I'm a stock analyst now.
You're a stock analyst.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, really? Is that fun?
Yeah, it's all right. Pays the bills.
So when you do you do any sports with the kids or anything? Or, are you married?
No, I'm single.
Oh, you are? Okay. So you don't have any kids?
Not yet, no.
No, not yet. Okay, so are there any sports that you do right now?
Well, I play squash every once in a while, but I'm really not that good.
I don't even know what squash is.
I think I could get better. It's kind of like tennis, but there's no net. You just kind of hit the ball at each other.
Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Okay, so are you preparing for something, a competition or?
No, I'm not very confident when I try to date women, I'm on the match.com and trying to meet a future wife, but I got the belly going on and I just want to look healthier and feel better.
Okay, well, that's a great goal. That's great. Do you have, what's worked for you in the past? You said cycling. Was there anything else that you were doing?
That's really it. I kind of went to college, after college, I went right to work and I've just kind of been trying to climb the corporate ladder. And, I work until like 7, 8 o'clock at night, some nights. So I don't really have time to go cycling anymore.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty late. So your time frame would be a little shorter than, so an hour is quite a long time to be working out and have to drive to the gym. And that sounds pretty tough.
Yeah, but I feel like I need to burn the calories,
Yeah, I totally understand. So what could I do to help you with motivation?
Well, I don't know. I saw the P90X infomercial. That's what got me interested in it. And like in 90 days, and you can do it at home. And I was kind of thinking that'd be kind of neat.
90 days. Now, was the newer infomercial, was it P90X or P90X3?
Gee, I don't know. It was this goofy guy that was, jumping around and did some weight training and stuff like that in his house with a few people.
Sounds like Tony to me. All right. Well, why don't I do this? Why don't I send you some information on the program so that we can connect a little bit more? I'm going to send you a little bit of homework too. Okay.
Okay.
I'm also what I'm concerned about mostly is that people get their nutrition, the nutrition that they need to build their bodies and be healthy. So what I'm going to ask you to do is take a 3-day food diary. Are you familiar with www.myfitnesspal.com?
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll send you the link, okay? I'll send you the link. I'll send you a little bit of information about P90X3 because I think that's the one you're probably looking at. And It's also shorter. It's way shorter, and it gets you the same results in a much shorter amount of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you those two things, and you take the 3-day diary, and what we're going to do is have a call in about 4 days. So I have a day to take a look at what your diary says to me.
Okay.
All right. So I've got your phone number as blah, 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 blah. Is that right?
It is. All right.
All right. We're going to connect on Facebook too. And then I'll just send you a little text or Facebook.
No, I don't really like, no offense, but I don't really like to connect on Facebook with people that aren't like my friends.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I have a coach page. I'll send you the link to my coach page. That way we can message back and forth there.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to call you on Saturday at about anytime between 10 and noon. What sounds good to you?
Noon is good. I'll be around at noon.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll call you about noon.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. So during our conversation, I asked him about his family, his occupation, what recreation he does, and I do motivation for my M. Motivation and message. Now, right now, we're not talking about coaching, so we're not going to talk about money, but I would also have asked him, I actually, on one of my pages, you guys can see, nope, can't see it. It says family, occupation, money, time, and dreams. That's what I talk to people about when I'm talking about coaching. So I have a list. I actually have my notebook right here. One of them is for my customers, the customers that you're going to be getting on your Beachbody when you reach Success Club 5 this month. And then I move them on to what I would talk to them next month about. Because once they've gotten their program, they've done their workouts, we're going to be talking a little bit more about coaching. Because if they've gone into one of my challenge groups, they've been probably motivating some other people as well. And during the time frame when they're in my challenge group, I actually ask them to buddy up with somebody. And then I also ask them one day, maybe 2 days out of the entire time to help me with my challenge group. So if I don't have time that day to post in my challenge group, I say, you know what, you've been helping me a lot. You've been motivational. You've been really great in my challenge group. I'm actually gone on Saturday. Do you think you could help answer some questions? And they've got a little taste of, that's like their preview of coaching. Okay, so that's how you move a customer. You talk to them, immediately talk to them, get a voice associated with your customer, get a relationship going, and then see if you can move them on to a challenge group. Ted doesn't do Facebook. The Ted I was talking to doesn't do Facebook. So we would see if we develop any kind of better relationship so he trusts me more, if he would add me on his Facebook page. But right now, that's not important. Does that make sense? Yay, thank you. Back
Awesome.
to you.
Thank you, Carla. Back to you, Blake.
You're muted.
All right, there we go. Trying to be quiet. All right, well, everybody, I don't see any questions there, but this was recorded, so we'll get it up here for everybody that didn't. Just make sure you guys get you and your teams, people on your team, up to get to Success Club 5 this month, so you can part of those a bigger lead pool, because it can help really build your business, get you, convert those customers to coaches and stuff, because you're not going to be getting just the onesie, twosies, threesies, foursies anymore. So with that, unless anybody has any questions, we can close this call out for the night. We've been on here for 40 minutes. And we want to thank everybody for joining. Is that Carly, were you waving your finger? Does that mean I have to unmute you? Okay. By the way, I do have to give a shout out to Carly. And she's part of the Go Emerald group, and she's taken almost on a leadership role in that group and has been just really helping with comments and posting and everything. And so I want to thank you for that too, because it really helps, and it's got I think it's probably why that group's doing as good as it is.
Thank you. Thank you. Can I just add something? Oh no, an echo. I just wanted to add something to what I was about. No, Carla was kind of getting somebody else. How do I fix that?
Let's see if I usually Carla's fault.
Blame Carla. Sometimes it's
using a phone, Carly?
What?
Are you on your phone?
No.
Also, other people, Miska, if you could mute yourself, it helps. The less people that are talking, the less feedback we have.
Yeah, it's usually someone that's listening on a phone needs to mute themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. That's better.
Okay. So, I kind of tricked a couple of my coaches or a couple of my customers in my last challenge group into becoming coaches. But the way that I did that was, and both of them wound up getting a special call with Carl or whatever, because they scored a bunch of Success Club points and they don't even know what that means. But what I did was I got in touch with everyone that had bought a challenge pack from me about a week before their next order was coming. And I asked them how they like Shakeology, and basically said, if you want to stick with it, you might as well get the coach discount. They signed up, and then that actually, it might have been like 2 weeks before. And then I posted like a prize in the challenge group for Insanity Asylum. And I said, the first person who can invite successfully 3 people to join our next challenge group, the same program, 21 Day Fix, wins this prize. And this is anybody who's signed up for that Shakeology discount already is eligible for this. If you want that discount, get in touch with me. And I had 2 people go and successfully invite 3 people to do the next challenge group, and I sent them their link, and they didn't even know it, but they were doing what a coach does. And then they got back in touch with me and said that they had closed those sales. I said, oh, well, congratulations, you just made this much money, and you just hit Success Club, which is something that a lot of new coaches don't even do right off the bat. And if you want to like learn more and keep doing this, you know, let me know. And that's how I got a few coaches involved. So.
Awesome. Good stuff, Carly. Thank you very much. And again, thanks for the help. All righty, everybody. Well, good call. And that's what I love about this, people chiming in like that and giving us what's working for them. And, you know, that's what we love. So, I mean, you know, everybody's welcome to participate. You know, if you got something you can lend to help the team, you can post it on the wall or on our timeline on Team Fair Evolution. You can join our calls here. If anybody here has anything in the future you would like to train people on, if you got something that's working for you, then hit us up and we can add you on to a Thursday night training. But with that, 7:15 our time, and we'll give this call. Thanks everybody for joining us, and great job to Ted and Carla for their wonderful role playing. That was awesome, and that is how easy it is, really, if you just took it as a conversation and not trying to close people, you know, and just kind of kick back and talk like that, and it can work. So with that, I don't see anything else. I'll say good night to everybody. We'll get this posted up on Team Fair Evolution. You can pass out to your team, and everybody hit Success Club 5 and 10 this month, and we'll get those leads, all right? Good night.